lost or confused in a yoga class when the teacher cues Adho Mukha Śvānāsana, better known as downward facing dog? Well, I know I have. And for the longest time, this pose felt tricky and uncomfortable until someone guided me through it step by step. In this video, I walk you through everything you need to know about Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. How to set up the pose safely, variations and modifications with and without props, the correct pronunciation and meaning of the Sanskrit word, key benefits and important precautions, and at the end we'll even flow with it. So roll out your mat, settle in, and let's dive into downward facing dog together.
The asana. Adho Mukha Śvānāsana is an upside down V, a gentle inversion where you are supported by your feet and legs, hands, and arms. Getting into the asana. From a tabletop position, push yourself up, bringing tailbone up to the ceiling and chest towards the thigh. Press your hands very strongly on the floor and also your feet, the toes, and use a lot of your legs muscles to stay up here. So press the toes a lot, fingertips, tailbone up to the ceiling and chest towards the thighs. Here you're doing a lot of action, moving the floor away from you to find a bigger lift through the arms and legs, minimizing the bend on the elbows and knees. To come out of the pose, make your way back to tabletop. Variations with blocks. You can bring 2 blocks, one under each hand. On the highest setting, tuck your toes and push yourself up. So you're going to find a different style of downward facing. Here will be easy to place the entire foot on the floor. You can also place the block on the middle setting and you find the same lift. This way you have a little bit more room between the hands and the feet, and the action is the same, moving the blocks away from you, sending tailbone up and pressing the heels down. You can also place the block on the lowest setting, and all the actions are the same. Tailbone move up, hands press the floor, the block a lot, and heels go down to the floor, very strong legs. Another variation with the blocks is to place the blocks under your heels. If your heels are always off the mat, here's a great option where you rest your heels on the block and the actions are the same. You press the block down with the heels, you press the hands on the floor, send the tailbone up to the ceiling, chest towards the thigh. The knees are more than welcome to stay bent. Modifications without props. Find a tabletop position. Keep your knees slightly bent and push yourself up. So it's okay to have your knees bent and heels off the floor. And the action here is still the same, but you're able to bring the chest closer to the thigh and the tailbone a little bit more higher up. Keep pressing toes down, hands down, and release the head. Modification number 2, hands and feet closer. Get into your downward dog and gently walk your toes slightly in. This might feel a little bit more tight on the back of the legs, but you can always bend the knees, and this will make you bring the chest a little bit closer and the tailbone is slightly higher up. And the third modification is work on straightening the legs. You can always begin with the knees bent and slightly straighten the legs. Modification 4. Look forward. This will allow your spine to lengthen, taking off the roundness of the spine. So just to look forward and straighten your spine a little bit more. Modification 5 is to bring the chest to the thigh. This will allow your spine to lengthen. The action is to just bring the chest closer to the thigh. And voila, you have all modifications and variations for your downward facing dog.
All right, so let's practice on how to pronounce downward facing dog in Sanskrit with the correct pronunciation. The downward facing dog in Sanskrit, it sounds like Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. So there's a different way to pronounce. We are going to break down here the word in 4 different words so it's easier for you to practice. The first one is Adho. Adho. So the A, the first letter of the word A, it's pronounced like in the English word above. So above, adho. The second part of the words, the DHO, the DH here has a soft puff. It's like you're coughing out the word. That's why it sounds like dho, dho, dho. So when you put all together, it's adho, adho. Practice with me. Adho, adho. The second word is mukha. So again, we find a letter followed by the H. In Sanskrit, every time it has a letter and the H is kind of coughing out. And mu, it's moo, like a sound that the cow makes, moo. So here it will be mukha, mukha, but it's a very short mu, not a very long moo. It's a short mu and the coughing ka. So pronounce with me, mukha, mukha, mukha. The third word is jvana, jvana, Śvānā. The S with a little thing on top sounds like CH, like in the English word ship, ship. So we pronounce shva. Since it has a V right after, we pronounce shva, shva. So it's SVA, shva, shva. And the rest of the word is NA, na. Na, jvana, jvana, ishvana. And the fourth word is asana, asana. So the A with the little line on top is like the sound of the A in the word father. It's a little longer. Every time we see in Sanskrit a line on top, it means it's a longer sound. So in this word, we have the longer A in A, and then we have 2 short A. So it's not going to be as long as the first, and it's going to sound like asana, asana, asana. So when we put it all together, it sounds like Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. The Jvana and asana comes all together. Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. The meaning of the words Adho in English means downward. Mukha means in English face. Śvānā means dog. Asana means pose. You'll notice that most of the poses finish with asana because it shows that is a pose. So let's practice together. Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. Now a little faster. Adho Mukha Śvānāsana. Just practice word by word, practice the coughing sound, and then as you feel more comfortable, you put it all together. Let's go through some benefits of Adho Mukha Śvānāsana, downward facing dog. So the downward facing dog, you are strengthening a lot your entire body at the same time that you are stretching. You probably noticed that. So you are strengthening your fingers, your wrist, your forearms, all the joints in the elbows, the fingers as well, your shoulders, and also your core. You're strengthening your core and spine. And on the lower body, you're strengthening your entire lower body, legs, and even your lower back. And not just strengthening, but you're stretching. So you're stretching the entire body here, from heels to fingers, or better, from toes to fingers. Adho Mukha Śvānāsana is a gentle inversion. Every time that the heart is above the head, where the blood circulation changes, we are kind of against gravity, we can say, is a inversion. So downward facing dog is a gentle inversion, and you might notice your body getting very, very hot. So downward facing dog is a pose that will improve your body circulation because of this gentle inversion. It helps to improve energy and calm the nervous system as well. Helps to calm the mind, release the stress, encourage focus, strength, because it's not always easy to be in downward facing dog, but when you start to breathe, you can find some rest in this very gentle but also very strong pose. Some precautions here for the practice of downward facing dog. If you have any wrist injury or shoulders injury, it's important to modify it, and most important of all is to listen to your own body. And if you have any eye pressure or high blood pressure, it's also recommended to take it easy in this pose, not hold it for too long or modify. Remember, it changes the blood flow. More blood is going to go to your head because it's an inversion. So if you feel any form of discomfort, please modify or come out of the pose at any moment. Or maybe even if you don't feel comfortable at all, skip this pose, maybe try a tabletop position instead. If you have vertigo or dizziness during this practice, it's important also to modify or to skip in case you start noticing that right away, or if you feel that prior the practice, please skip this. And also move in and out of downward facing dog very easily. There is no need to rush in and out of the pose. And in case you have a very tight hamstring or lower back, feel free to modify by bending the knees or any other modification that feels good. The lengthening or the stretch on the hamstring and lower body, it will increase gradually. There's no need to overstretch the legs or to worry too much if your legs are bent. Sometimes having the legs bent is the best we can do for our body. Most important of all is you to connect and listen to your body, because this is what the yoga practice is a mind-body connection. It teaches to get in touch with our body and to listen to our physical body, emotional body, mental needs instead of our ego needs. So do the pose that fits your body and that feels good. Most important of all is that feels good. All right, so this was our downward facing dog Adho Mukha Śvānāsana tutorial step by step. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, a like, and let me know down below which pose do you want to see next. And I see you soon. Bye bye. Namaste.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.